What's up, guys? We're checking out the loot situation again as people are discussing on the forums that there's not much loot out there. So we are a little bit higher. We're opening up magical chests here, which I highly recommend that you guys save up for these kind of lull periods when the war seasons are not active. Let's see, we picked up a decent chunk of loot right there. Of course, that does not help with rating. So let's take a look here. So first one up off the bat, 370,000 loot. We are 4149 trophies right now. We'll show you the stats. The king. So we have one gold boosting item on 14.7%. And then otherwise we have a little bit of, I believe this is Sonic Blast boost, which is very nice. Then we have a Sword Rain boost over here, which is again very nice. Ties into the combo that we're using. Speed boost, and then a little bit of screen boost down here, 14.6. And that is it right there for stat boosting things. Obviously the speed boost. So 372, that's a pretty good amount of loot in my opinion. If we gamble, we might not find 372, so let's go just gamble a little bit. During this lull period, you're more likely going to find 300,000 K bases. So 406,000. This one, again, it's on the upper side of the loots, like stuff that you can find. You can find higher. They're very, very rare. So we're just going to go and attack this one. It's also 295 metals, so it's pretty challenging, supposedly, from the information there. Elite boosted cannons, elite boosted mummies, which are going to cause us some problems. The mummies specifically, because they will spawn out tons of little knights. He also doesn't have many ogres, which this is a very ogre strong build. The sword rain, decimates the ogres in one shot. Sword rain's not very effective against all the cannons that he's got in his base here. So we screamed, and we're going to hold them back just a little bit here to get them moving forward together. On the bright side, the Sword Rain won't kill the cannons, but it's going to stun them slightly because we have forged that up just a little bit. So it has 0.5 stun on it, which I think is really nice. That small little interruption right there can definitely save you some damage from units and from towers. And so at this point, it's pretty much non-stop knight spam. Since he has so many cannons in his waves, we're going to actually hold off and let our morale build up and then summon out a mummy. Because all our troops that we're spawning are getting disintegrated over here by this big horde of cannons. These guys were all just chopping down all our troops at our tent. So at this point, we've gotten to the choke point. Now we can Sonic Blast, take down the rest of the troops here, and we can start summoning out a ton of archers to clean up the rest of the fireball towers that we left behind. I'm going to try and take the mummy down with the Sonic Blast, and then Sword Rain to kill the knights there. And again, we're just still constantly just spawning out archers to finish off any remaining fireball towers that we left behind back there. And we have a nice little group of archers there, so it looks like we're going to be able to take this base down 100%. We have 30 seconds, which is a lifetime at this point with all the amount of troops that we have here. Yeah, take that down. 22 seconds left on the clock. So with the loot boost that we have on, it goes up to 609. That's with the Alliance boost. We are in a lowish level. I mean, we're 36, level 36 or level 37. Nice chunk of change right there, 250,000. That actually may be a good thing to even just keep increasing my base strength. Those guys right there both worth combined about 500,000 in loot there. We'll probably forge those guys down into pearls though. But yeah, some good loot in that base right there. $293,313. So you can see about average here of 300,000 we're finding dropped way down there, 168. So first base, I think we've seen over 300. We're going to go and grab this one because, again, most likely you're going to see around 300,000 at this point. The gold has kind of evaporated as people used it all up for the event that was going on, the building events. So if you see anything close to 400,000, I highly recommend that you go and grab that. So right there, we're in an ogre base here, so we're going to have a, an easier time, I would say, than a cannon base, thanks to the sword rain. I'm going to scream to bring through that. Wait till the ogre just gets in range, kill him with the sword rain, come back here, knock some of the bombs back. And we've yet to actually spawn out knights at this base yet, so now we're going to start spawning out tons and tons of knights. That was kind of a mistake on my part. I should have spawned out some knights sooner. It's alright because they do have a decent amount of speed, and he doesn't have a ton of cannons to be in his choke point like he had in the other base. So they're going to be able to run past up here. So our speed is nearly 3.0 on our knights right now. They are extremely fast little turbo freaking knights. We're just going to sword rain here to stun those towers just a little bit so they don't die as easily. Ogre's going to get a shot in on us. We have nothing else to do, so we're just going to slash away at him with the king. You see, even though he doesn't have a ton of ranged troops, they are building up. That's what we had to avoid in the other base, where we spawned mummies instead. That is just beautiful. Everything goes down to the sword rain there. At this point, we're going to spawn out mummies because should have enough reinforcement troops back there. He has an elite boosted gate here, so we're going to hold off and wait till our troops come up here and some firebolts on the side. So we're not going to get 100% here. Be able to take down the left side and probably not be able to finish off the right side. Actually, we do have enough for our Sonic Blast here, and we're going to get 100% in this base, unless we miss something in the background there. No, 100%. So 545 after the loot bonuses. That one's only 65,000, so we'll sell that. So that one right there, 600k. So 600,000, not too bad there. We only did a few searches, about 15 or so, before we decided to settle on that base. I mean, I wasn't counting, so it might be 20, it might be 25. I don't know. But again, anything over 300,000 during a non-war season, I highly recommend that you go after that base. Unless it's a base that has so many medals that means you really can't beat it. So here's a tough base, 470 medals. It is over that 300,000 loot. Lots of cannons. Let's go ahead and give this one a shot here. So it's using the standard L design. Oops, we actually misplayed. Forgot the shield spell. This is going to be bad. Bad! So we're going to actually have to scream there because the wolf got the combo off with the ogre. Now we're going to build up some knights. We need to get enough for a scream so we can push these archers with us. Alright, so now we can start our charge. And at this point, we're going to again just use mummies since he's got tons of cannons. all our troops that we would be summoning out would actually get disintegrated by his ranged DPS troops at the choke point. So we also have elite boosted mummies, which is nice. When they die, they're going to give us more knights. And we run into the ogres once again. At this point, we can start spawning out the archers, I think. Oh, wow. And so there's no ranged DPS over here. We're at the choke point, so we can spawn out a ton more archers, a ton more knights, and go right through this. And it looks like we're actually going to be able to beat this base here. Wait till the ogres all hop over, get them in range, finish that off. And our troops have finally caught up to us. And it's going to be actually really close. If he has an elite boosted gate here, this, we might not be able... Oh, yeah, he does have an elite boosted gate. Will we be able to take it down here with Sonic Blast? Yes, 3 seconds left. So very, very close base. And I believe that fact that we spawned mummies in the L choke point helped us out, push us through there, rather than wasting our troops. So 467,000. And nothing in the Chamber of Fortune that time. I'm going to go search a little bit more, and that will be it. So yeah, so my recommendation, anything over 300,000 during these like low loot periods, which are in between the war seasons, you want to raid after. Especially, this is going to be a really bad situation because of the event that just happened. So everyone kind of used up their loot. So this is a huge amount of loot here. 544 medals. Probably can't beat it, what the medals are saying, but we're going to raid. So actually, it's such a huge amount. We're going to go do one more raid here. So this time we're going to, actually shield. The wolf got his howl off, which sucks for us. So we're going to scream so the troops can go through. Kick back the bombs there. Keep these guys alive. And we're spawning out tons and tons of knights here. And now we're going to scream since our scream is ready. Push through. Get past that choke point. Oh, we were just out of range for that ogre. That's going to hurt us. So we misfired on our sword rain. And we don't have a scream or anything to combat this ogre. Able to get through now. All the archers seemingly have died, so we're going to again hold off since this is an L base. And we're just going to spawn out mummies. Very interesting water tower over here. I don't really see water towers like ever. Oh, we just misfired again on our sword rain. Missing the ogre. That's going to cost us a lot. Again, misplayed there. We spawned out the mummy after we shield spelled ourselves. It's not that bad of a misplay because the mummy dies, he spawns out troops, which are going to help us. Our castle gate is being under attack, as you can see the little red dots getting over there. We got a sword in for the wolf howls. And a non-boosted Castle Gate, so we have a shot here at killing it. 2 Sonic Blasts might be able to take it down. Wow, it's a high Firebolt HP over there. It's gonna scream off. And yeah, we're gonna take it down. A couple misplays there. Could have done this a lot easier. Didn't get 100% there. But yeah, we made some mistakes in that base, and we picked up a huge amount of loot here. 1.1 million. And again, we'll go and do one last little search. I'm not going to raid anymore. Well, I'm not going to record anymore. If it is a massive base, I'm going to go raid it afterwards. But yeah, just going to go search around here. See if we can find anything else good here and show off kind of like what the loot looks like here at that 4,200 range. For me, everyone's loot's a little bit different because the loot formula factors in so many different things: win history, defense history, troop spells, levels, things like that are calculated into the loot formula. So here's another massive base here. Wasn't too hard for us to find about 15 clicks maybe on that new enemy. Post your loot findings. Is it too much? Is it too little? Post them down below in the comments of this thread. And yeah, hit that like button, guys.